Hiki No in the Hawaiian language means can do, and it reflects the attitude of many of the young people we see across the state. Hiki No is the nation's first statewide student news network. It's a half-hour newscast on television and on the web. Students from across the state in middle and high school, public, private, charter schools participate. What they do is they cover stories that matter to them in their school communities using principles of fairness and storytelling skills.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There's a fumble on the play.
For as long as anyone can remember, high school football games on Kauai have been played at night. So, it's unusual to be playing a game under the sun rather than under the lights. But as of the 2010 KIF football season, the County of Kauai has decided that the traditional Friday night football games be moved to Saturday afternoon. But why? It's because of this little guy, the Nuo shearwater, an endangered species found only on Kauai.
Bright football lights can confuse the birds when they're on their first flight out to sea, and they can crash into the ground and sometimes they'll die. Because their population is declining so rapidly, we need to do everything we can to prevent this from happening.
In an island state that has so many geographic barriers, this brings people together and tells very local stories.
These are their stories, and it will be their stories. It's in their household. It will be their aunties and their uncles and their friends and their grandmas and the grandpas. And they're the ones who can get the stories, and they can ask the critical questions, and they can get the footage. And if they're trained right, you know, true journalism where it's good in-depth stories, Hiki No will be a success because people will see that Hawaii is really a unique place.
Aloha, I'm Christopher Kim.
I'm Danny Yamasaki.
And I'm Justin Colado. We're here on the campus of our school, Maui Intermediate.
Home base for this premiere episode of Hiki No, the nation's first statewide student news network. Hiki No means can do, and you'll see what students from our team of schools can do.
This episode's team is made up of 9 schools from 4 islands.
From Kauai, there's Chiefess Kamakahele Middle School. From Hawaii Island, Konawaina High School.
On Oahu, Waipahu High School, Kamehameha Schools, Kapalama.
Kawana Nakoa Middle School, Kalani High School, and Sacred Hearts Academy. From Maui, there's Maui High School, and of course, Maui Intermediate.
On this show, you'll hear from diverse voices across the island chain,
telling stories that connect communities. On Hiki No!
Can do!
Every Thursday, volunteers from the Kona Historical Society wake up bright and early to heat up an old-fashioned stone oven to bake Portuguese bread. It may appear like another bread-baking business, but the Kona Historical Society's mission is to provide the community with a wealth of information preserving Kona stories. Recreating an authentic Portuguese stone oven proved to be a challenging but worthwhile endeavor.
It was trying to build it more like as close as it could be as what the Portuguese people did back here in the 1800s, 1870s. And it's been here for 5 years, and it's got well, the foundation and then the brick bed for the hearth of the oven. And then it's got 2 layers of lava rock, 1 dome of lava, and then they did the second one. And we pull out all the coals when the time is ready to get the oven equalized in temperature, and there's no fire, there's nothing heating up the oven more than what the wood heat up during the 4 hours, yeah.
Aside from the usual ingredients of flour, water, and eggs to make bread, the unique baking process using the stone oven gives the bread a taste that cannot be reproduced in conventional ovens.
Time, smell, how it feels, how it sounds when you tap on it, how it looks, experience, all of them. Some people go just, this is how long it's going to be in there, and they leave it in for, say, 20 minutes. I look at it more, and I might take it out at 14 minutes if it looks done, because I'd rather not burn it. And bread will continue to bake for up to half an hour after it comes out of the oven. It's still got so much heat trapped in it that it still bakes.
In the first year, we've seen how students are changing the direction of what they're studying. Teachers are changing the direction of their careers in that, and this is one of the very exciting things that have happened. We've seen longtime teachers, competent teachers who say they've taught social studies for 25 years. They're saying, our students today need something different. And what they've done is they've jumped in with both feet to Hiki No, saying, I know my subject area, but I want more skills, and this will help me teach them. And they've done it. They're learning along with their students.
It's the day in, day out work. Getting up, being at the Alawai at 5 o'clock, training for 2 hours, going to school.
Sean Kale Kaho'okele attends Mid-Pacific Institute. He is a normal teenager in every way, except that he is also an aspiring Olympic athlete. Occasionally, Kale can be seen at the Alawai Canal, where he is currently training with the senior members and senior coaches of the USA Flatwater Spring kayaking team. Kale is currently the #1 ranked kayaker in the country under the age of 18.
He has this incredible desire to understand everything about it. He's paddled in 1 men's, he's paddled in 6 men's, he's paddled around the world.
But what really gives Kale the edge is the inspiration he draws from his family. In 2008, Kale's great-grandmother died of a heart attack. 2 months later, his mother passed away from breast cancer.
It was a tough time for him. He just tried to stay focused, try to keep busy so he could not think about it too much and just channel his energy towards his goals. As we know, you don't ever forget, yeah. But
Kale's torso is engraved with his mother's face as it reminds him that his mother is always by his side.
I just asked my uncle if I could have a tattoo of her, and he said yeah, and it's just a remembrance of her. My mom was more like a supporter, so she would go to all my races and just cheer everybody on and give everybody high hopes for everything in the race.
She has instilled in him a never give up, always do your best attitude, and this has guided Kale through his life.
My mom showed me how to stay mentally tough. It was a hard way to see her suffer like that. Thinking of her pain and what she went through and stuff, and it just made me a lot stronger. Knowing that she's always with me and always next to me and is always looking down on me.
Driven by strong family ties, Kale is ready to take it as far as he can, maybe even as far as Olympic gold.
When I first heard about Hiki No, it was just really exciting to find that an organization like PBS Hawaii was looking to back a student news type broadcast throughout the state, looking for stories that were done and created by students, and to give them that voice in the community, to share what's going on. I was just really, really excited to hear about it, and I was just very pleased to be asked to be part of it.
It's actually really exciting, to see the whole process finally slowly come together now at the end, from day one, where we were. But a lot of mixed emotions, anticipation, but a lot of stress, hoping to meet the PBS standards and, uphold that.
Anybody can learn to run a camera. Push record and you can run a camera. But now they have to think of a story, you have to tell the story, you have to film it, they got to get the sound. So it's a whole integrated process, which I think is one of the best attributes of the program.
I hope that our students, what they get out of this program is that they are no different than any other student from any other school across the state. Whether you're from the Big Island, from Maui, from Kauai, from Oahu, they're all very much alike.
It's such an amazing thing to see come together, and it's what I thought it would be and more now.